Hey friends, welcome back. The Amazon Web Services Well-Architected Framework, 6 Pillars is one of those topics where a single qualifier word changes the answer. Today we'll see exactly why. Let's get into it. Imagine your team just shipped a new system to Amazon Web Services. A week later, an outage. A month later, a security breach. A quarter later, a surprise bill that nobody can explain. Amazon Web Services has watched thousands of teams do this, and they noticed something. Most failures fall into the same 6 predictable categories. The well-architected framework is the rubric they wrote to catch those failures before they ship. By the end of this video, you'll be able to name all 6 pillars in order, map exam keywords to the right pillar, and tell the framework apart from the tool that scores your workload against it. Quick refresher before we dive in. In episode 2, we covered why teams move to the cloud and how FinOps keeps the bill honest. In episode 3, we mapped out regions, availability zones, and edge locations, and we said multi as is the production default. Today we tie all of that together. When that surprise outage or surprise bill lands, what could the team have asked beforehand? Amazon Web Services has a published answer, and it has 6 parts. 2 terms anchor everything that follows. The well-architected framework is the Amazon Web Services white paper itself, the document that lists the rules. A pillar is one of the 6 top-level dimensions inside that document. We'll introduce the rest of the vocabulary as it becomes relevant, so the names stick to the ideas they describe. Picture a code guerrilla's ops lead opening a client's architecture proposal. The obvious question is this good? Without a shared rubric, the answer becomes whoever talks loudest in the room. One engineer wants more redundancy, another wants a cheaper bill, a third wants tighter access control, and the review devolves into preference. The well-architected framework replaces that with 6 explicit dimensions: same review, same vocabulary, same honest trade-off conversation, every time. Think about how a restaurant critic writes a review. Instead of saying, "I liked it," they score food, service, ambiance, value, cleanliness, and consistency. 2 critics can disagree on the food score and still produce a useful review, because the rubric forces them to be specific. The well-architected framework does the same thing for architecture. 6 dimensions turn "I liked it" into a conversation you can actually have twice. Here's the canonical definition straight from the white paper, dated November 6, 2024. The framework helps you understand the pros and cons of decisions you make while building on Amazon Web Services. 2 things to notice. First, it's a thinking tool, not a checklist that hands you the right answer. Second, count the adjectives in the official definition: reliable, secure, efficient, cost-effective, and sustainable. 5 of the 6 pillars are right there in the definition itself. Operational excellence is the one that's implicit, hiding in the word operating. Here are all 6 in the order Amazon Web Services publishes them. 1. Operational excellence, the run and monitor pillar. 2. Security, protecting data and systems. 3. Reliability, recovering when things fail. 4. Performance efficiency, using resources well. 5. Cost optimization, delivering value per dollar. And 6. Sustainability, minimizing environmental impact, which Amazon Web Services added in 2021. The order matters because exam questions sometimes reference a pillar by number. To anchor the sequence, Amazon Web Services practitioners use this mnemonic: our security recovers performance cost effectively sustainably. Here's a quick preview before we walk through each pillar in detail. Pair each pillar with a single verb, and the names get a lot stickier. Operational excellence is run. Security is protect. Reliability is recover. Performance efficiency is right size. Cost optimization is value. Sustainability is green. Keep that verb list in the back of your mind as we go through the next few minutes. By the time we've covered all 6, the mapping will feel automatic. Sustainability is the only pillar with a public birthday. Amazon Web Services announced it on December 2, 2021 at re:Invent, motivated by the climate pledge that Amazon co-founded in 2019. Why does the date matter? Because any study material older than late 2021 lists only 5 pillars. If you've seen a 5-pillar diagram somewhere, it's out of date. There are 6, and sustainability is the one candidates forget. Engineers default to thinking reliability and cost are opposites. One slider, more redundancy on one end, cheaper bill on the other. The framework deliberately rejects that model. They're 2 parallel pillars, each with its own design principles, and a well-built workload can score well on both. Think about buying a car. Safety features and fuel economy aren't opposites, they're different questions you answer at the same time. The framework treats reliability and cost the same way, so a review surfaces specific issues instead of a vibes-based trade-off. Operational excellence asks one scenario: can we still operate this thing tomorrow, next quarter, and after the team that built it has moved on? It covers deployment, monitoring, incident response, and continuous improvement. The signature design principles are perform operations as code, make frequent small reversible changes, and anticipate failure. Amazon Web Services refreshed this pillar in 2024. Operations as code became safely automate where possible, and they added principles around observability and organizing teams around business outcomes. Exam materials reference both wordings, so recognize the old phrase and the new one. When you see the phrase small, reversible changes in an answer choice, the pillar is operational excellence. The idea is simple: design loosely coupled components so you can update them in small increments and roll back quickly when something breaks. Small reversible changes shrink the blast radius. The phrasing is verbatim from the white paper, and it's a strong keyword cue. Reliability is about recovery, not perfection. Things will fail, disks die, instances reboot, networks drop packets. The pillar asks whether you can come back. The 5 design principles spell that out. Test recovery procedures, not just the happy path. Scale horizontally to increase aggregate workload availability. Automatically recover from failure. Manage change in automation. And stop guessing capacity. Let auto-scaling replace static forecasts. On-prem teams test that the system works. Cloud teams test that the system recovers. Here's a sentence that catches a lot of candidates out. Replace one large resource with multiple small resources to reduce the impact of a single failure on the overall workload. Notice the goal: reduce the impact of a single failure. That's availability talk, not throughput talk. So scale horizontally is a reliability principle, not a performance efficiency one. If a question frames horizontal scaling as a way to survive failures, the pillar is reliability. Netflix runs software called Chaos Monkey that randomly terminates EC2 instances during business hours. On purpose, the engineering team can't avoid building recovery automation, because the failures happen whether they're ready or not. The lower stakes version of this is a game day. You deliberately break a piece of production to validate that recovery works, like a fire drill at school. Here's the rule for telling the 2 pillars apart. If the question is about designing the system to survive failure, that's reliability. If it's about rehearsing the team's response to failure, that's operational excellence. Security is the only pillar with 7 design principles, and the exam quotes them word for word. Implement a strong identity foundation, least privilege, centralized identity, no long-lived static credentials, enable traceability, log everything, monitor for anomalies, apply security at all layers, so a single perimeter breach doesn't expose the whole stack. Automate security best practices, protect data in transit and at rest, which means encryption everywhere. Keep people away from data. Automate the work so humans rarely touch raw data directly, and prepare for security events with runbooks and tested incident response. Keep people away from data is one of the most distinctive phrases in the entire framework. It belongs to the security pillar, and it appears in no other pillar. The idea behind it is that humans introduce risk, so automate the work and use mechanisms that let people do their jobs without ever needing direct access to the raw data. Quick check-in. We've covered 3 pillars. Operational excellence runs it, security protects it, reliability recovers it. Each has its own design principles, and they're parallel rather than competing. 3 pillars to go: performance efficiency, cost optimization, and sustainability. After that, we'll meet the well-architected tool, the free console service that turns these abstract principles into a worksheet for a specific workload. Performance efficiency is not just be fast, it's pick the right resource for the job and revisit that choice as Amazon Web Services releases new services. The design principles tell the story. Democratize advanced technologies. Consume things like machine learning or global content delivery as managed services instead of reinventing them. Go global in minutes, using the regions and edge locations we covered last episode. Go serverless. Experiment more often, because the cloud makes experiments cheap. And consider mechanical sympathy, which means matching your workload to the underlying hardware that suits it. Cost optimization is about value delivered per dollar, not the cheapest possible bill. Adopt a consumption model, pay only for what you actually use, and turn off non-production environments on nights and weekends. Measure overall efficiency and attribute expenditure back to teams or products so you know what each dollar bought you. Implement cloud financial management. That's the FinOps discipline we introduced in episode 2, and the signature one: stop spending money on undifferentiated heavy lifting. Undifferentiated heavy lifting is a signature Amazon Web Services phrase, and seeing it in an answer choice is almost always a signal for cost optimization. Amazon Web Services does the racking, stacking, and powering. Managed services remove the burden of operating systems and applications. The argument is that anything that doesn't differentiate your business shouldn't be on your team's plate, because someone else can do it at scale for less money. These 2 pillars share a lot of vocabulary, so candidates mix them up. Here's the cleanest separation. Performance efficiency keywords lean toward capability, democratize advanced technologies, go serverless, go global in minutes, experiment more often. The framing is, what can you build? Cost optimization keywords lean toward value, consumption model, undifferentiated heavy lifting, attribute expenditure, cloud financial management. The framing is, what does it cost and where does that cost land? Same service choice can serve both, but the motivation in the question tells you the pillar. Sustainability has 6 design principles, and they're all unique to this pillar. Understand your impact and establish sustainability goals. Maximize utilization, don't run idle capacity, right-size your instances, use S3 lifecycle policies to move cold data to cheaper tiers. Anticipate and adopt more efficient hardware and software as Amazon Web Services releases them. Use managed services, because shared infrastructure across customers is more efficient than dedicated infrastructure per customer. Same service choice that cost optimization recommended, but the motivation here is environmental, not financial. And the last one is the surprise. Read that second sentence again. Reduce the need for customers to upgrade their devices to use your services. This is the principle that catches everyone out. Sustainability doesn't stop at your own data center boundary. It extends to the phones, laptops, and tablets your customers use. If your app forces every user to buy a faster phone, that's downstream impact. If a question mentions customer devices or downstream environmental effect, the pillar is sustainability. This is the single most confused pair in cloud concepts, so let's nail it down. The Well-Architected Framework on the left is a white paper. It's documentation. It defines the 6 pillars and their design principles, and the current edition is dated November 6, 2024. Think of it as the building code. The Well-Architected tool on the right is a free service inside the Amazon Web Services Management Console. It's a questionnaire that scores a specific workload and surfaces high-risk issues and medium-risk issues. Think of it as the inspector with a clipboard who walks your house and hands you a punch list. The code says what good looks like. The inspector tells you which things in this specific house aren't there yet. A few practical details about the tool itself. It's free. There's no charge for the tool, no matter how many workloads you review. Watch out for distractor answers that claim it costs money. The base questionnaire is about 57 scenarios across the 6 pillars. It integrates with Amazon Web Services Trusted Advisor, which is a separate service that runs automated checks against your Amazon Web Services account, and the tool surfaces those check results next to relevant questions so reviewers can answer faster and more accurately, though you still answer the questions yourself, and this integration is only available if you have business or enterprise support. And lenses are add-on questionnaires for specialized workloads like serverless, software as a service, or generative AI. They layer on top of the base framework. They don't replace it. When the tool finishes, it shows you 2 categories of issues. High-risk issues, or HRIs, are foundational must-dos, practices whose absence may cause significant negative business impact. Medium-risk issues, or MRIs, are enabling practices that substantially improve a workload but are less urgent. The rule teams use in practice: HRIs go in the first sprint, MRIs go in the backlog, and if an exam question asks what the tool surfaces, the answer is HRIs and MRIs. Here's the whole keyword map in one place: operations as code, small reversible changes, run and monitor. That's operational excellence. Least privilege, encryption, keep people away from data. That's security. Recover from failure, test recovery, horizontal scaling for availability. That's reliability. Serverless, go global in minutes, democratize advanced technologies. That's performance efficiency. Consumption model, pay only for what you use, undifferentiated heavy lifting. That's cost optimization. And environmental impact, carbon, downstream impact, or newest pillar. That's sustainability. Keyword first, then pillar. Pause here if you want to take a screenshot. 3 distinctions worth locking in. First, there are 6 pillars, not 5. Sustainability was added in late 2021, and a lot of older study material still lists only 5. So if a question asks how many pillars there are, the answer is 6. Second, the framework is the white paper, the set of design principles you read. The Well-Architected tool is the console questionnaire you run against a specific workload. Same name, different things, and scenario questions often swap the two to see whether you know the difference. And third, scale horizontally is a reliability principle because it's about availability through replication, not raw throughput. Performance efficiency is about picking the right resource type. Reliability is about surviving when one of those resources dies. 5 things to remember. The 6 pillars in order are operational excellence, security, reliability, performance efficiency, cost optimization, and sustainability. Reliability and cost optimization are parallel concerns, not opposite ends of a slider. Sustainability was added on December 2, 2021, and it's the one candidates forget. The framework is the book. The Well-Architected tool is the free worksheet that surfaces HRIs and MRIs, and when you read a scenario, match its keyword to a pillar's signature phrase. Here's the mental model worth holding onto. 6 pillars aren't 6 checklists, they're 6 conversations that good architects have before something breaks. Now let's see how well you absorbed all of this. Question 1. A company wants to evaluate one of its production workloads against Amazon Web Services architectural best practices and receive a list of foundational issues to fix first. Which Amazon Web Services offering provides this capability at no additional cost? A. The Amazon Web Services Well-Architected tool in the Amazon Web Services Management Console. B. The Amazon Web Services Well-Architected Framework White Paper. C. Amazon Web Services Trusted Advisor Only, without the well-architected tool. Or D. Amazon Web Services Config Rules configured for compliance scoring. Pause here if you want more time. The right call here is A. The well-architected tool is the free console service that walks a specific workload through the framework's questionnaire and produces a list of high-risk issues and medium-risk issues. The framework white paper in option B defines the best practices but doesn't score anything. It's the building code, not the inspector. Question 2. An exam scenario mentions a workload that needs to reduce energy consumption and avoid forcing customers to upgrade their mobile devices. Which well-architected pillar does this align with? A. Cost optimization. B. Sustainability. C. Performance efficiency. Or D. Operational excellence. Think about which constraint matters most here. It has to be B, and here's why. Two phrases give it away. Reduce energy consumption is core sustainability language, and downstream impact on customer devices is the principle that's unique to the sustainability pillar. Cost optimization is about dollars, not energy, and performance efficiency is about right-sizing resources rather than environmental impact. Question 3. Which statement about the Amazon Web Services Well-Architected Framework's pillars is correct? A. There are 5 pillars, with sustainability still under preview. B. Reliability and cost optimization are opposite ends of a single trade-off slider. C. There are 6 pillars, with sustainability added at reInvent 2021. Or D. The security pillar contains 5 design principles. Lock in your answer before I give it away. The answer is C. There are 6 pillars total, and sustainability joined the list on December 2, 2021. Option A is the trap for anyone studying with old material. Option B is the false dichotomy we busted. Those 2 pillars are parallel, not opposed, and security has 7 design principles, not 5, so D is out. Question 4. A design document recommends replacing one large database server with multiple smaller ones to reduce the impact of any single instance failure on the overall workload. Which pillar's design principle is this? A. Performance efficiency, democratize advanced technologies. B. Reliability, scale horizontally to increase aggregate workload availability. C. Cost optimization, adopt a consumption model. Or D. Operational excellence, make frequent, small, reversible changes. Run the decision rule from earlier before you answer. This one is B. The giveaway is reduce the impact of a single failure. That's availability language, and availability lives in the reliability pillar. Horizontal scaling sounds like it should be about performance, but in the framework it specifically targets availability through replication, which makes it a reliability design principle. Last question. A code gorillas architect is reviewing a workload and wants to produce a prioritized list of high-risk issues with concrete improvement steps. Which Amazon Web Services offering should they use? A. The Amazon Web Services Well-Architected Framework White Paper. B. The Amazon Web Services Well-Architected Tool in the Management Console. C. The Amazon Web Services Pricing Calculator. Or D. The 6-pillar design principles document. Run the framework versus tool distinction before you answer. It has to be B, and here's why. The framework is the written reference, the book of principles you read. The well-architected tool is the free console service that takes those principles, asks you workload-specific questions, and hands back a prioritized improvement plan with HR is and MR is already flagged. Whenever a scenario asks for the artifact that produces actionable findings, it's the tool, not the framework. Alright, that's the Amazon Web Services Well-Architected Framework, 6 pillars in the bag. Subscribe for the next episode of the Amazon Web Services, the Amazon Web Services Certified Cloud Practitioner Exam Mastery. Give the video a like if it helped, and I'll see you in the next lesson.